Okay, so hello everyone. It is me, Cool Puppy, the coolest of puppies. You like that? I'm trying out an intro. Okay, anyway, as you can see by the title, we are working on, I guess you could call it a hybrid of Chinatown and Little Tokyo, because I kind of took things from both of those, like things you would usually see in those neighborhoods. So it's kind of a mixture of both. But anyway, this is a part of my whole Scuffed New York City project that I'm working on for, I guess, my own personal save that I plan on doing. So it's a nice little break, especially after finishing the doo-doo save file. Speaking of doo-doo, if you catch my last live stream from last night, well, for me it was last night, you would have heard that I was going to release a save file overview of the save. But I recorded that last night and it was over 2 hours. So I was like, no, thank you, not doing that. So I'm going to regroup. I'm going to try to figure out a better way to tour this save because it is humongous. There's 16 worlds complete, but it's going to be a total of 20 worlds. So it's a lot to see, a lot to go over. I think I have a better idea of how I want to do it. So you can probably expect that video probably sometime later this week. But yeah, instead of that, today you get a speed build video. And we're just going in and we're building this little apartment building or two in the area of Chinatown / Tokyo. So when it comes to this build, of course I use Pinterest. I have some inspo pics that I use to help design this build. So I will put those on the screen so you can have an idea of what I was going for. And right now I'm just working on the exterior. So again, this building right here is going to be an apartment apartment complex on the top 2 floors, and on the bottom level, I don't know if I want to make this into something because the other building that goes beside this, that's an apartment complex, and I'm planning on making the bottom floor a laundromat. So I don't know if I want to do something with this bottom level or leave it blank. Let me know if you have any ideas. But yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. Just kind of going through, getting the basics, the windows, the doors. And the surprising thing about this is, I feel like when it came to the build, I didn't really use too much CC. I say that as I pull out these windows, but yeah, it's pretty much just like the windows, some signage that really, yeah. I lost my train of thought. But yeah, those are the things I use CC wise as far as I can remember when it comes to the exterior of this build. And I probably didn't have to use the windows, but I really like those. And if you have high school years, I'm jealous of you because the windows that come with that pack are amazing. They're perfect for these type of builds. But I don't have high school years, so I really rely on the CC windows when it comes to these type of city builds. But anyway, yeah, for the most part, the exterior isn't CC, but when I do in the future go in and decorate it, I do use a lot of CC furniture because when I play in my personal gameplay, I do like using CC. I mean, it's there, so I don't see why not. But if in the future I decide to upload some of these shells, I'm not sure if I will or not because again, I use CC even though the exterior doesn't use that much. But if I decide to upload it, I don't think it would be that hard to do exterior wise because again, I don't really use that much. But anyway, enough yapping. I hope you guys are doing great. It's currently morning time for me and I feel fantastic. Besides having that scuffed video last night and spending 2 hours filming and not even uploading it, I'm doing well. And I'm really excited about this little project I'm working on because I love playing city like gameplay. San Myshuno is my favorite world. If I'm not in Henford or Oasis Springs, I'm usually in San Myshuno, living in an apartment. And after seeing like a lot of YouTubers utilizing things like Blowtorch and a Winged Llama's empty Newcrest and Willow Creek, which I am using the latter, I'm too afraid to use Blowtorch, I was really inspired to make my own city save. Because San Myshuno, while it's a cool world, I really wanted it to feel like I'm in the city. And Semi Shuno is a bit of an interesting design. It doesn't really give New York vibes. It doesn't really give like any city vibes, really, like Tokyo, Bangkok, like none of those. So I wanted to create a world or a save that gave off those vibes for me. And I think I did that here. So yeah, this is all still very much a work in progress. Chinatown or Little Tokyo, again, hybrid of the two, is coming along well. I mostly drew inspiration from like New York City's Chinatown and Tokyo, because when I went to Tokyo, I fell in love. Like, I love the whole feel of it. So those were my two biggest like inspirations and draws when it comes to this build. So you'll see a lot of brick buildings, a lot of like store shops and neon and lighting and things like that. I don't know if that's actually like a known or like the known trait when it comes to Chinatowns and Little Tokyos, but yeah, there's a lot of it anyway. So yeah, I guess talking a little bit more about the build, I'm still trying to find a lot more specific like city CC, especially when it comes to like deco, so like the store awnings and the fire escapes and stuff like that. And I haven't had any luck finding store awnings that I like and that are Maxis match. Because when I use CC, I prefer Maxis match. I will delve a little bit into alpha if it's not too alpha, but for the most part, I prefer Maxis match. And I haven't had any luck finding awnings that I like. I have found a lot of signings though, which you'll see in a little bit. But in order to get around the awning problem, I would suggest this tip. I don't know, other people probably used it too. Maybe that's who I got it from, I don't know. But if you use a platform, so you see on that building on the left, I used a platform, I raised it up to kind of create that awning effect. Because if you look at city buildings, most of them have kind of that really boxy shaped awning over the storefronts. So I did that there. I think it looks nice. It doesn't look weird. Well, to me anyway. I did that, and then as you can see, I move objects-ing. I'm using move objects to place the sign to again kind of give it that effect that, okay, this is store awning over this little storefront in the front. So I thought that was a little neat trick, and I also do that in some of the other builds around this area of the world. And again, please let me know what you think this building should be. I still don't know. So far in Chinatown, I'm planning on having like a little karaoke bar. There's a convenience store. We have restaurants. We have regular bars. I feel like maybe this build, I'm trying to think. I guess it could be an arcade, but I don't really want to do an arcade. Or it could be maybe like a little tea shop or something. Not sure. But yeah, let me know if you have any ideas. But right now, still just kind of working on the interior when it comes to this save specifically. Or I guess kind of in general when I do saves. When I was doing Doo-Doo 2, I'm not really one to like go above and beyond when it comes to like, decorating the streets or like adding stuff with tool. It's not that I don't want to. Like, I really admire people that do that. Like Folking, I know he used Blowtorch for his save and the things he's able to do. Amazing. And props to people like that. But for me, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm very lazy and I don't feel like doing all that. It already takes enough time to actually decorate the build itself. And I do go in and like add deco buildings around like this area. So I'm gonna add in some screenshots at the end of the video so you can see how this whole thing is looking. Because the other day on live stream, I did go in and I messed around with Floral Sims deco backgrounds to kind of help fill in the world. And I placed a lot of deco buildings because again, I really want it to feel like I'm playing in a completely new Sims world. This is not New Crest. This is maybe like, it just feels like a different world. And I wanted to really capture that vibe. So I do go in, add a lot of deco buildings, add some cars on the street, things like that. But I don't feel like I do it to the extent where, like, you have all this extra like clutter and things going on in the background. It's just the basics, enough for me to kind of get that New York City vibe. But yeah, so you'll notice that I don't really do too much on the outside. Just put like some trash, some signs, some things like that to, not to say the city is dirty, okay, but I mean, I don't know. Like, no offense to New Yorkers, but yeah, I just put some trash because I don't know. When I think of the city, especially New York, or like even DC when I stayed there for a bit, it's not that it's like dirty, like, oh my gosh, like, why am I here? It's just, it's a little junky. It adds a little bit of character. It's fine. So that's what I did there. And as you can see, we added some deco building on the side to kind of make it feel a little bit more cramped. I didn't want too much green space around the building, so we did that. And now we're working on the inside, getting the floor plan done. And as you can see here, for this apartment building, the apartments are pretty small, but when I go in later and actually start furnishing and doing all the things when it comes to the interior of the building, I make this actually a 2 apartment build. So that bottom floor we just finished becomes 1 apartment, and then this one we're working on now becomes 1 apartment. Because when I started to think about the families and like the stories I want to tell when it comes to Chinatown / Tokyo, I thought for this one, I pictured maybe this guy, he's working in the tech career, probably a little programmer, not really making that much money. He's kind of like an intern maybe or something like that. And he has a girlfriend who works at the spa down the street. And, they're trying to make ends meet. They're a very cute couple. But when it comes to their story, the girlfriend was actually involved with a Yakuza member. Or if you have basemental, I think it's called Simkuza. And the guy, his dad is like pretty much, I have to do more research. I don't know what you call like the leader. Is it the leader, the boss? But he's pretty much the head honcho. So this guy that she was dating, he has a really big head. He think he's the cheese, honestly. Like, no one can tell him anything. He runs this town, even though it's his dad. That's the one that's in charge of everything. But anyway, she was dating him. They didn't have the best relationship. I feel like he was probably like cheating on her and just very disrespectful, didn't really value her. And so she ended up meeting this guy. He's pretty nerdy. He's the complete opposite of the guy she was dating. But she really likes him. She really developed a strong bond with him. And so they got together. And of course, that guy didn't like it because he's like, why are you with this nerd? Like, who is he? He doesn't even make money. I don't even know his name. So, yeah, they kind of ran off together and they moved to this part of the city because I feel like she's probably either staying with him or staying a bit closer to the Yakuza guy. But now they live in this building. So that building on the left, that first floor, that is their apartment. And it is already furnished now because I have went in the future, or I guess in the past, from when I'm filming this video. I don't know. How does time work? I don't know. But anyway, that's their apartment. So I made it a bigger one because I don't know. I feel like it just kind of fits because even though he's not making like bank, I feel like he has a pretty decent salary since he is a programmer after all. So that is their apartment. She moved in with him and that's their life there. And the apartment on the second floor, that's just blank. So if I ever decide to create my own sim to move in there, that's space for them. Now we are switching over, or we have been, to the building on the right. And like I said, this bottom floor is probably going to be a laundromat because, can I just say, for rent is the best pack. It is top 2 and it's not 2. Maybe I'm taking it far, but like, okay, bugs aside, yeah, it was kind of rough when it was launched and everything. It's still kind of rough around the edges, but I really love rentals and the build and buy especially. There's so much that comes with this pack that makes it worth it. Worth all the pain and suffering, all the game-breaking bugs. It's worth it in the end. So with for rent, we have community spaces. So if you make a rental, You can have spaces for the tenants to go. So you have like a laundry space, you can have pools, things like that. So with that in mind, I have this laundromat on the bottom floor because I feel like most city apartments, especially if you're getting one on a budget or you have one of those, those really cramped like closet size spaces, they don't have an in rental washing unit. So you have to go to the laundromat. So I thought that would be nice to add it on the bottom floor. You can go down there, do your laundry, and who knows, maybe I'll make a little secret back room, maybe the owner is shady because I feel like that'd be kind of funny. But yeah, that's what I have planned for the bottom floor. So we have that set up here. I haven't went in and done the laundromat yet. I'm kind of I don't know why, I'm just holding off. Haven't done it yet. But yeah, going around, adding some lighting. Again, I really took inspo from like the city of Tokyo, like all the neon lights, all the signage. So I go in, I'm adding like deco, like boxes and things like that. But I also add some lighting because I feel like it really I don't know, it elevates it for me. So I do go in and I add that in a little bit. As you can see, adding some signage and stuff too. And yeah, I'm just really happy with how this whole section turned out. Because to be honest with you, when it came to making Little Tokyo or Chinatown, again, I don't know exactly. Maybe we can call it East Asia. Little East Asia. Little EA. Ooh, okay, maybe not Little EA. But yeah, Little East Asia. When it came to making this, I was actually very scared. I was putting it off for a while because I was like, I don't know what to make with it. I don't know if like I'm missing some CC that will help give it that vibe I'm going for. But I just kind of jumped in with the other build you might see off to the right. Not that one, but like farther off when we get further into the video. But yeah, I just kind of jumped in. Just, what happens. And it doesn't look too shabby. I think I did a good job of capturing that. Just really city vibe. That's the key word for this video. Really city vibe. That grungy kind of like, you're like, wow, I'm in the city. I'm in the grind. I'm in the middle of everything. And I'm just really happy with how it turned out. And I hope you like it too. If you do, let me know in the comments how you feel about it. Also, you can just say hi, I will say hi back. But yeah, again, just adding a lot of clutter, a lot of deco and stuff to give it a bit of personality, right? Because I feel like this laundromat is probably a mom and pop shop, along with a lot of the other businesses that are down here. A lot of restaurants owned by families that live right here in the neighborhood, and they've probably been here for a good bit, back before prices started to raise and things started to change. And yeah, I just really wanted it to give that really like comfy, lived in feel. Okay, now we are adding some fire escapes. And okay, I'm gonna ask for some help here. So I guess I've been using CC for a while, but how can I say this? Yeah, I've been using CC for a while, and there's some things I own, and there's some things I don't. One of those is Felixandre. I believe that's it. Felixandre. He has a Soho pack, and I've had it saved to my Pinterest board for the longest time, but the download link is on CurseForge, and I don't use CurseForge, so I wanted to know, is there like an alternative download link? Or do you have an idea of like what I can do? If you do, leave a comment, or if you don't want to leave a trace, you can always DM me on Tumblr. My DMs are open. But I really want that pack because I feel like it comes with some good things. Same with Hey Harry, there's some things they have, but it's on CurseForge. So if you have any ideas, or if you can help a puppy out, let me know. I don't know why I said that. If you can help me out, let me know, because I really want those things. Especially, I saw they have like fire escape pieces, and with the game, if you go into live mode, it does come with fire escapes. I use it in the back of this build, but I feel like the placing isn't ideal. And the one that comes in the Felixandre pack, it seems like you have an easier time placing it and putting it exactly where you want it. So I want that, and if you can help me, I would very much appreciate it. Okay, but with that being said, now we're actually going in, designing the floor plan of this apartment building over here. And again, I start off making pretty like small apartments. As you can see here, there's 3 per floor. But when I went in and started decorating it, I was like, okay, that's too small. Like, I don't even think I can fit a bathroom in here. Also, this is the part where I kept forgetting this build was only 3 floors. I kept adding stairs. Sorry about that. But anyway, I realized, okay, this might not be actually possible. I could have stretched out the building in the back, but I didn't want to. So yeah, I went in and I changed it from being a 6 apartment unit build to just 4. I think it was just 4. Yeah, it was just 4. So they're studios. So this apartment is full of studios while the other one actually has a bedroom. So these are pretty small. And I don't know, I really like the studio feel. Like, I feel like it's very comfy and cozy. And I think if I were to live in the city and money wasn't an option, okay, I'd probably go for a brownstone because those are really nice. I really love brownstones. But my other option would be a studio. Like a really like nice, cozy studio. I don't want like a closet where, you know, everything is just cramped in the corner. But I want a studio where, you know, I can fit like a nice little bed. I have a cozy little kitchen nook and maybe a couch. That's my ideal New York City abode. What is yours? Would you prefer a penthouse? Would you prefer a brownstone? Or are you just anti-city? I mean, I understand. Some people are anti-city. My mom is anti-city. She loves the countryside. And countrysides are cool. I grew up in the countryside, spent most of my life there. But also, I love the feel of living in a city and constantly knowing that there are other people out there living their own lives, which is, it's really amazing to think about. You know, you look up, you see all these windows, you see all these people passing by, and you're like, wow, there are actually other people out here living lives outside of mine who I'll probably never see, never interact with, but that's a cool thought. So yeah, that being said, I would probably prefer an apartment like this, like studio apartment. And we're kind of getting towards the end, to be honest, because in this video I'm just building the exterior. I didn't record me doing the furnishing because I don't know why. Actually, I could have, but I don't know. Are you guys interested in these CC builds? Because if you're not, I'm still probably going to post them anyway. Because again, this is just me doing what I want when it comes to this channel. I'm not trying to blow up and be like little Simsy or whatever. I'm just recording content because I want to, you know? So if you don't like it, okay, I guess it's okay. People have their preferences. But I don't know. If that's something you want to see in the future, let me know. I mean, I'll probably will do some speed builds where I do furnish builds. But for this one, I was just building the exterior, kind of, you know, getting a layout of things. Because I thought it would be fun to record me building this. Because when it comes to Scuff New York, I don't think I really have any speed builds from that project. I do have videos of me furnishing, like when I did the bistro and when I did the brownstone. But speed build wise, this is the first one that actually has me building the structure. So yeah, I was like, I think this will be a good one to record. But anyway, yeah, like I said, if you want me to record the deco, let me know. Also, I do live stream this, usually on the weekends. So in those live streams, I do go in, do some decorating, and you can see when I was messing around with the tool mod. That took up like a good portion of the stream, but we made good progress. I'm really happy with how it looked. But anyway, we're about 30 seconds out from the end of this video. I'll probably add some screenshots. If I don't, just pretend like I didn't say anything. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you stick around. We have a lot of interesting things coming up. And yeah, hopefully save file review video coming out later. Also, thank you everyone that downloaded the save. I need to say that really quick because time is running out. And okay, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good day, evening, wherever you are, and I will see you next time. Bye.